what scares me, and I talked about it in the show, is this big beautiful bill. Can you bring the big beautiful bill thing up?
Call it that.
I call it the big bill in the Armageddon.
Did you see that it included a provision to give Meta $15 billion? It's actually phrased, if you guys want to hear it word for word, Senator Warren talks about it on her Instagram. It says to fund research for Meta. This is a bill that just passed. It's going
just
around
a private
now.
company.
For 2023, and 2024.
Right. Retroactive.
Which have passed.
Yeah.
Wait, they're just giving him a kickback?
Yeah, it's for their R&D.
It's the way that they justify handing him $15 billion, and Senator Warren is going off on this.
Wait. They're giving Zuckerberg $15 billion
Correct.
for 22, 23, and 24?
Yes.
So they're just giving him a kickback? They're just fucking paying him?
Yes.
Holy fuck.
And of course, it's weird how he suddenly wanted to show up at the inauguration and how something motivated him to remove those restrictions from fake news and stuff during the campaign.
Yep.
Yeah. Isn't that strange?
That's happening for all of them. They're all getting huge kickbacks, and that's the only reason that they backed him, which is so...
Palantir's getting a crap load of money. BlackRock.
Stephen Miller has it.
Palantir is getting a ton of money.
Yeah, Palantir's getting a ton of money.
Senator Warren said if every one of the 340 million people in America paid a new $35 copay to go to the doctor, that still wouldn't be enough to cover how much Meta is getting from just one tax break in this bill.
So we can all agree we've done this enough now. We've now done almost 10 years of talking about this idiot and this evil prick. And I think we don't have to keep harping on that. What we have to talk about, and we need to nail this down, is that we have no opposition that works.
Yeah.
There is the best person doing it right now is Gavin Newsom, and he's sued him for $787 million.
Yes.
To remind everybody that you people that believe Fox News is the only news thing, this news organization, quote unquote, entertainment division that has been fined almost $800 million for flat out fucking lying. So, but you keep believing them, keep watching them, you dumbasses. So my problem is that we don't have anybody stepping up. And the people that got mouthy and started doing it, David Hogg, Jasmine Crockett got pretty much, she got axed. Did you see what happened?
What do you mean?
They basically told her that she got kicked off a committee or didn't get a committee. And someone said to the fact that she's too, it was very couched in racism from the Democrats. Said she's basically too black, basically.
Speaking of Democrats, we need to really establish that the current Democrats, the establishment Democrats, the Schumers and whatever, are not Democrats. They are not. They're they're center, probably center, leaning right. Anywhere else in the world, they would be conservative. Because the real
that's why they're freaked out about Mamdani because here's my theory. You said this to me the other day, and I kind of molded it for the last couple of days. Mamdani came out and he won the primary in New York. Now he's a Muslim socialist Democrat. By the way, we live in a democratic socialist country. All you people that keep saying I'm fucking socialist. How did you get to work today? Did you build that road? You know, when you turned your faucet on and then the water fucking came out, that's a socialist program. You know, in the military, that's a socialist program. You know, when you do anything, when you turn the gas on, that's a socialist program. Fire department. Oh yeah, your house burned down. You put it out. No. You didn't put it out. So you pay taxes. This is another thing people aren't clear on, and what I don't understand is how the left doesn't go, hey, all this shit they're cutting, you paid for.
It's a service that you're paying. You're buying it.
Why do you think that you at the taxes? What is it? Just what do you think taxes are for?
And the fraction, the tiny amount that we pay into, let's say, safety net programs is like $5 or whatever.
Yeah, it's $5.
But thousands of our dollars per person is going to the corporate fucking
going to Zuckerberg.
Their loopholes
from outrageous.
Did you know? So you know that video that I sent you that a bunch of people went on Instagram and I said you could go ask me for it, and they did.
Yeah,
I sent it to a bunch of people, but a lot of it had to do with dark money and how it's intertwined in Elon and all that. Did you know? I just happened to see this just now while I was looking up the Meta thing that Peter Thiel, the guy who got JD Vance elected was one of the original big investors in Facebook/Meta.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know that? So that's him and Zuckerberg. Mm-hmm. Did you know that Peter Thiel co-founded PayPal with Elon?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Yes, they're all buddies.
Yeah,
there's like 40 of them.
So you remember for years they've been saying
but
that
these are all the people that are getting the money from
it's Illuminati.
this bill.
But you remember the Republicans saying the Democrats had this cabal of people that ran shit? Mm-hmm. That's not the truth. They always tell you what they're doing. There is a whole group of motherfuckers that have so much money now. Mm-hmm. They're just in a group. And I'll be honest with you, they gave money to Biden too. They gave money to Obama. The weirdest part about these guys is they don't care.
Yeah, exactly.
Who's ever in power. Now, Trump obviously did promise them a lot because they were really backed him up this time. Elon said something today. So Trump basically, Elon responded to the threat that Trump said. They said, do you think you should deport Elon Musk? He goes, maybe we're going to have to look at that. Maybe we're going to set sick Doge on him. It'd be funny if Doge ate Elon. Ha ha ha.
The monster that Doge is had to come and eat Elon.
That's what he said yesterday. So Elon said, he said it was so
tempting to escalate it or something.
Escalate this.
Please, come on, just do it.
Well, he didn't incriminate himself. If he told them what he did, and by the way, just so you guys know, we're going to have Election Truth Alliance on next week to talk about all the new information.
The camp took 8 days to build. I'm assuming that they did not put in air conditioning.
So it's high quality. Mm-hmm. So 8 days. Good.
400 security staff, 200 cameras. Florida National Guard has now sent 100 troops. They're going to stay on the ground as long as needed at the direction of Governor DeSantis.
I have a question. Who built the camp? Who was working in that hot ass? I told you the camp is done. And they're like,
undocumented immigrants.
Then you need to go get in the camp.
Yeah, just
are we
finish that door? Or shut it behind yourself.
Shut it behind you, bro.
They have merch.
Yep, alligator Alcatraz.
You know, like if we had Nazi camp,
like Auschwitz hats. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like if you had Did you get the new Auschwitz bracelet? It's very nice.
Yeah, the new Auschwitz cologne.
You can pick your own number.
You get a tattoo, a number.
Republicans kill people. Since the day this administration took over, first of all, let's go to the first administration. First administration, before he left, he screwed up COVID so bad, 400,000 were already dead. When he left, we were hitting a peak of 5,000 dead a day. They were stacking bodies in refrigerator trucks. To be clear, Republicans kill Americans. So now we got him back again within 2 weeks? Doge had cut all USAID funding, and they're saying that at least this year alone, 300,000 children and people will starve.